The Thinking Hats tool facilitates student thinking and learning, giving students and teachers a set of parameters for selecting a lens through which to explore ideas and information.
So when we're talking about then how we can look after the world and look after each other and solve big problems, the thinking hats give quite a good structure really to any discussions that we're doing in the class.
The white hat perspective focuses on information. For example, students collecting or recalling facts about a topic are engaged in white hat thinking. The yellow hat perspective highlights benefits and strengths. Black hat thinking identifies difficulties, challenges, or risks. The blue hat stands for processing new information, analyzing it, evaluating it, and organizing it. When wearing the red hat, thinkers examine and report feelings or emotions. And with the green hat, creativity and innovation are emphasized.
You have the yellow and the black hat, which are obviously the positives and the negatives. And I think sometimes when you're looking at a situation, it's very easy to just see one side of it. Like if it's a bad situation, it's very easy to see the negatives. But I think the hats allow us to think of both positive and negatives, when normally you wouldn't really consider that and you just think it was really bad. You can think, well, hold on a second, what are the positives of this situation?
Put the yellow hats on for a minute and think. I know, yellow hat thinking about this is maybe a little bit difficult to comprehend, but what are the benefits of them being on the street? Now think about that for a few seconds.
Their family could then get some money and they could have some food.
Sometimes it's interesting to have a problem and see how many of the different hats you can apply to it. Like there are also some associated with creativity and solving problems as well, such as the blue and green hats, as well as red hats, which are your gut reaction to a situation. So it's quite interesting to see how you first react to it, and then upon analysing it and thinking of all the different possibilities associated, what you then think is the best way to move forward with it.
Peter Short's Year 6 class at Wellington Primary School has been discussing a short story from multiple characters' perspectives. Now they continue their class discussion using the thinking hats.
Can anybody think of some hats, coloured hats, that we could use to help us reflect on our learning from today's lesson? Armani.
The yellow hat.
The yellow hat. Why the yellow hat?
You could say how you thought you've done well in the lesson.
So we can use our yellow hat to say, what did we like, what did we enjoy, and what did we learn in line of the thing? What other hats can we use, Jasmine?
The black hat.
A black hat. Why would you use a black hat, Jasmine?
To say what improvements you could do.
Yeah, to say, hold on, I can improve this next time, I can make this better next time, I can go in a different direction next time, yes? What other colour hats do you think, in this situation, we might be able to use? Kashish?
Green hat.
Why a green hat?
Because of creativity, we could see new ideas how to make my diary entry better, so create with new ideas.
Remember where the questions came from. They came from you. Yes, and the exploration. We're not just limited to Jack's interview, we're also thinking about things that we can create, that we can add to it, that we can make it special. Yes, so we can always think about creation, yes, and what we are bringing to it. Rashmi?
The red hat, because...
I think the red hat for this one is a really useful one. Why?
Because we're using our own emotion, or we can use it for Jack's mother's perspective.
Yeah, remember, when we're doing our reflection on the lesson, it's our reflection on the lesson, yes?
To use the blue hat to show people how we organised the work.
Our process of how we organised our work, so we can use the blue hat to say that we started off with a flow map, didn't we? And we turned it into a multi-flow map, and then we used a bubble map, and then it went a bit crazy, didn't it? And we used the bubble map and we put the answers in it, so it became a bit of a circle map. Yes, okay, but we are showing the processes that we got through.